I'm Kim Anderson. Welcome to Tailgate Talk on Market Monitor. And what a difference a week makes. I mean, look at this rain. It's just spectacular. We've had to figure out what it was for a while. But wheat prices have also fallen about 77 cents this last week. Go up to Medford, look at what you can forward contract for harvest delivery today, around $7.55. That's 77 cents lower than it was last week when we were taping this show. You look at corn, it's down 28 cents. It's down to around $5.23, just below that $5.25 support price. Bean prices are down about 50 cents. Again, down below that $12 level where we had a relatively good support, but we've got support for beans. Looking at the crop condition report, wheat crop conditions declined considerably over the last couple weeks. You look at the overall hard red winter wheat condition, these are my numbers, 42% last year at harvest for poor to very poor, 38% 2 weeks ago, 43%, so you went down from a couple weeks ago. You look at Oklahoma, this time at harvest last year, we were around 49%. A couple weeks ago, 45%. We dropped to 62% poor to very poor on Oklahoma hard red winter wheat conditions. Kansas stayed about the same. They were at 41% poor to very poor last harvest. 61 a week ago, 62% now, so not much change. Texas went from 47% to 55%, so significantly lower this last week. They were at 82% last year, so at least the Texas crop's better than it was last year. Why is that happening? Well, we talk about Russia, and you look at all the major exporters around the world. You look at a 5-year average, you got the U.S. at 13%, you got others at 10%, Argentina 7%, Australia 9%, Canada 12%, EU 16%, and going around, Russia 19% on the average, Ukraine at 9%, and Kazakhstan 4%. The Black Sea, over 33%, of almost 40% of all exported wheat come out of that Black Sea area. Look at now that we've had the war and what's going on right now for 22-23, U.S. declined to 10%. You've got other at state at 10, Argentina at 3. You go around and look at these. Canada stayed relatively stable, Ukraine, but Russia went from 19% to 21%, Kazakhstan went from 3 to 5, and Ukraine went from 9 to 7. Still that Black Sea, but especially Russia. Russia's exporting 1.4 billion bushels of wheat, and the Oklahoma only produces on the average 95 million. So you can see how big an impact that Russia can have on wheat prices, but we've got a month or so until we get into our harvest, and a lot can happen to prices between now and then. I'm Kim Anderson, Tailgate Talk on Market Monitor. We'll see you next week.